All right. We just waiting on everybody to get in here, and then we can get this thing underway. Welcome everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Bipolar, do you realize that you are the only one in your stream? I do not care. I do not care. Let's check out these transitions, these scenes while we got them here. See what they look like. See how cool they are. See about this. Don't clear that out of there, huh? That's all right. That's all right. Not a bad little scene, I suppose. Another cool little scene, you know. Another cool little scene right there. On everybody to send us an invite so we can get this underway here. Know what I mean? Know what I mean, man? Know what I mean? Kind of looks like it might be in the way eventually, huh? Maybe. It ain't too bad, I guess. Honestly, I kind of like it. Guess I'm just a little strange like that. Know what I mean? On the fellas to get it underway here. Waiting on my broadcast partners to show up. While I am waiting on that, I'll go ahead and chow down my dinner. So Hey, little monster, how you doing? Yo, Holoski, what's up? What's up? Yo, Smith, what's good, my brother? What's up, everybody? Sorry, I was looking at my phone. Can y'all hear me all right? Yeah, y'all can hear me, right? I am doing great. Thank you for asking. I am ready to get this RSR League Race underway tonight. Supposed to be a whole lot of people in this race tonight. So we're going to have Mr. Ward Burton and myself and K-Rob in the booth as usual. Pretty exciting. I'm excited for that. Ready. Smith, did your power come back on, bro? A better question, did them storms roll through already? Go figure, bro. I blame Lowski. Just gonna throw that out there. Yeah, go figure, man. We are 8 followers away from 300, though. I'm excited for that. We are at 292. It pops up. I assure you, I've got it. It actually popped up earlier. You just weren't here to see it. I've been live for yeah, I've been live for about 13-14 minutes now. So yeah, you just kind of miss seeing it. Oh, for sure, little monster, for sure. I'm glad to see a good number of, you know, my community from Mixer came over to Twitch with me. I'm excited about that. Yeah, Smith. No, bro, I got that. Oh, I know it. I know it. I hate doing it on the phone. I do. You should have seen me. What was that? Yesterday? Last night? On the phone? Oh yeah. I kept tickling my youngest's phone. What are you doing, Daddy? Borrowing your phone. Yeah, it's not like it was on Mixer on your phone, man. Unfortunately. Smith, what do you think about that PUBG overlay right there, bro? Can you see it? Oh, all right. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead. Do your thing, man. Don't sweat that. We'll get together whenever your power comes back on, or tomorrow, or the next day, whenever we get together for your Facebook stuff. Yo, Mr. K-Rob, what is up, brother?
Not much, man. I literally just walked in the front door, bro.
Not much. All right, brother. Sounds good. We're good to go here. Ready, everything like that.
I'm trying to get bored another invite real quick.
There you are, Mr.
There's the
Burton.
man, the myth, the legend.
He'll give you an invite. You guys an invite.
There we go.
Get
I
going.
apologize. I guess I got the letters wrong on a gamer tag. That's my bad.
It's all good. Hey, everybody, can y'all hear the party chat tonight? Can y'all hear the other guys in the booth with me? I want to make sure y'all can hear them this time.
I added the wrong bipolar.
Go figure, Warren. Go figure. I don't think I've ever heard anybody say I got the wrong bipolar. That's the first time for everything, though.
I mean, got the wrong side of the bipolar would be, you know, something that you might have heard, but the wrong bipolar,
Yeah.
a little bit different.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I've absolutely never heard that one before. So,
We haven't started yet, but here is invites for when you guys are ready. We have about 20 seconds before we actually get in. Looks like we're gonna have 12. I don't really know if Jose is not qualifying and showing up late, so that's to be determined.
okay.
But right now, it's going to be interesting. I'm going to say last week, Bipolar, you were obviously in Kentucky while K-Rob was away.
Yep.
And we knew last week with Lag Fest, not that good of a race. But I do want to say one thing to look forward to this race is that I think you're going to again see a lot of those guys that struggled on Heat 4 turning around and having good days. Guys like Doc Holliday, he finished third last week. He looks to be someone, in fact, to beat here at Loudon, having a very good car, putting a lot of time in this week. He set arguably the fastest pace of everyone in the practices, to my understanding, earlier today. So he very well could be the guy to look for when it's all said and done. I believe the race is 150 laps, don't quote me on that, but it's going to be a very, very long one. Don't expect many yellows.
Absolutely.
Well, then that's going to be the thing, too. He did show good speed in all their practices. The question's going to be, though, can he transition that into the long run? Because that's where some of these guys do have some issues. They can get the speed there, but then their tire where it fall off is just goes way too quick, and they got to back her down to be able to get a full fuel run in.
How about now, Smith?
And you know, that's the big reason why, you know, people ask what track you really compare to this, and as weird as it sounds, I would say Phoenix, because Phoenix is another track where you try to run low cambers and conserve. For me, I found something back in NASCAR Heat 4 that has a good balance for this track, where I'm pretty tight throughout most of the run, but some guys, they like to be loose here, so there's going to be a good mix. And I'm eager to see, you know, who has that long run car, who has that short run car. We don't have Element Racing anymore in RSR, but he was a guy that was very good here at mastering that ability. Another one as well, Rocky Top, he was very good here back when we raced here in E-Spark as well. So, I mean, just, again, a bunch of guys to really look at as potential favorites for tonight.
We passed that 20 seconds, or are we still waiting?
Yes, sir.
Oh,
yep,
well,
we just loaded in fact.
Give
My
me just a
apologies.
second,
Alright.
Smith. Yeah,
Now,
I'll definitely check
that's
it,
one
my
thing,
brother.
too, Word, that I'd like to bring up is that, you know, for you here, seeing these guys sort of, as you put it, transition now on Heat 5 from Heat 4, Doc was actually somebody who at the beginning of the season, before you actually were a part of RSR, showed a lot of really good speed at a lot of tracks. And then he did miss a few races here and there, I think, since you've been here. But he had shown some really good speed at some races early in the season.
Well, and that's where, you know, hey, everyone hits their slumps. I know for Doc personally. Well,
Oh, man, I appreciate that, Smith. You didn't have to do that, brother. Yeah, I'm not sure why it didn't go
Got
through.
major
but,
feedback coming from you, Word.
Yeah, Word, that's major
yeah,
feedback.
apologize. My mic is a little, my mic gets a little bit antsy as usual. But, oh my goodness, Rocky Top is wrecking and qualifying, so that's fun. But,
Yep.
It's that low group, but anyways, so Doc is, I get to race with him in other leagues as well as the 50-time E-Spark Cup Series, and he's found himself in just a little bit of a slump there, hasn't been getting the good runs that he's liked. But since we transitioned over to Heat 5 especially, he's really started digging back, getting ready for the chase. And I think you're going to start seeing a resurgence from him again. I mean, there's a lot of guys where I think you're going to start seeing a resurgence from. You know, Cat, for example, he's been a little quiet these past few weeks. I think you're going to start seeing him coming back to life. I mean, we didn't have rye bread last week, and rye bread's always consistent. This is a track that also plays to his beneficiary. I mean, you think about Pocono, another track that was very big about the balance of the race car. No one could beat him there. So you never know what can happen here today.
He's not here.
Oh, is he not? I thought I saw him in the queue line.
No, he is not. No rye bread in the at least running order right now.
Maybe you're right, so I'm blind, needless to say. But we'll see. It doesn't look like I'm going to get a clean lap in my best chance at a hot lap. I kind of got blocked in the way. They were all stacked up, Freddie almost wrecked. So full time should probably, I would imagine, believe it or not,
I'll fix it
he was the only one that actually got a clean lap without traffic. Maybe Sean for Life too. But
yeah, Sean for Life was out front.
I don't think anyone, maybe the 48, he could have had a clean run, but I don't really think anyone else got a clean run because a couple got stopped, pulled over, even on lap 2 or 3, and then they caught someone and got to the back of them. So we'll see. I personally ran about 2 tenths off what my race pace is. I'm running a 5 in qualifying, so we'll see here. This is another one of those tracks too where some guys, they do make qualifying setups for K-Rob. You know, this is one of those tracks intermediate-wise where, you know, race-wise, as you mentioned about handling, well, you want this car to be tight as possible for the race, but for qualifying, let it fly and free, as loose as you can.
Yeah, you want to loose, camber
right
that thing right up, because you don't care about where. Qualifying.
Track position is also huge here.
It shows it, Smith. I don't know why. It's
qualifying's just come to
that. So, Tack with the pole. Tack with the pole. Where you actually got second?
How? Okay. I won't
Rocky's third.
Yeah.
Doc fourth. Fifth position will go to Ramset. Sixth will be Afraid Snake. Seventh MFG. Eighth Delta. Blue. Ninth. 10th will go to MDL, and then we'll have Freddie bringing up the tail. I think somebody a couple people we had just drop out.
Do I need
some people just dropped, I think.
Do I need to back out?
Yeah, we need to back out.
Okay.
Yep.
Yep. Go.
I think we had Sean for Life drop to the back. That's one of them. As I apologize, I'm going to be battling with this mic issue the whole night. I got to get a new mic. But yeah, let's see. Only 10 guys are in the lobby, so we had 2 guys just drop out to the back there. So we'll see who.
Well, what I usually do is this. You know, that makes it a little better.
Select to drop to the back. That's just gonna be an invite for when we get in. We're still waiting for them 2 guys.
Yeah, kind of wondering about. Let's see. I don't remember seeing anything about Rybread not running tonight.
He didn't run last week as well, but I mean, not anything against Rybread.
Oh, NASCAR. Okay.
He doesn't have to run for anything right now because he's clinched his way in, so he can sit the next 5 races and take them if he chooses to, and he'll be fine and dandy in the playoffs. So obviously, you know, the more wins you.
Y'all give me just a sec. I'll be with y'all. I gotta turn down the audio here on the game.
Okay.
Okay.
I apologize. This mic's a little bit of a pain, but the more wins you can get, the better. Obviously, in terms of bonus points, but for him, no big deal. He can take a couple weeks off. You know, well-earned rest after a doubleheader sweep, especially in Pocono.
Yeah, well, in missing last week's race, he was still over 21 points ahead of Rocky Top.
Okay,
who's
we
in
should
second.
have it there, Smith.
At this point, though, too, what we're going to see is you'll be vaulted into the top 16 in the playoffs after tonight's race. With,
that's a guarantee now. No
pro
boss. Yep.
Okay, y'all just let me know when it's
we were
good.
getting close.
All right.
Sean just jumped in. We're waiting for one more. I'm trying to figure out who that last one is. I know for a fact there was definitely 2 that dropped out of qualifying. Trying to figure out who that last one was.
Okay,
It's the
how
toughest
about
part.
there, Smith? I need to go up louder, or?
Ah, it was in DL. That's who we're waiting on right now.
Okay.
Now we just had someone else back out. Not sure who that was. That was our pole
How about
sitter.
there?
Alright, so Tack just left. He's going to go to the back, so I'm now our pole sitter somehow. And
I've got it up to 8.
this one gets
Do I
more
need to
and
go
more
higher?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Don't see anything in the
Thank you.
chat.
Appreciate all that help, bro.
So perhaps Tack opted to go to the back. And now EL's in, and the timer is down to 10, so I'll let you guys know when to join. But we are indeed going to have 12 cars here tonight at Loud New
All right,
Hampshire.
brother. Appreciate you, Smith. Appreciate that dono too, man.
You guys are now good to join.
All right,
All
brother.
right.
Charge your phone. Little Monster with the love. It's good to see you, Little Monster. How you been? How has the transition to Twitch been
I'll
treating
tell you what, for Turner, he picked a good week last week to take off. I know he's not going to be here again tonight. But man, I'll tell you, he would have been frustrated with NASCAR Heat 5 last week.
Oh,
The
Lord.
difference is incredible from the servers to now.
Oh, man, don't get me started.
It's incredible. But Bud Hall,
We
I'm not sure
ran.
if you heard, but you are good to join now, by the way.
Yeah, I just joined, brother. Smith with that gifted sub. I appreciate that, Smith.
We actually ran our dirt series there last night, and we still had a good bit of decent amount of lag in that, but that was with a 7-car lobby running on dirt, and they were all custom cars.
Right.
So-
Well, and that's what we found is the issue. Custom cars turns out to still be an issue. So that's the interesting thing. But here we go. We're about to go green as we work our way into the box. And who was your pole sitter of Pack is not your pole sitter. I am now your pole sitter. As now we work into turn number 1. Rocky, give me the room. So I'm going to be the leader off of turn number 1.
Yep, as we ride
Ramsett
around
looking
here with
qualifying
Mr.
effort to
Burton.
get himself up there to 4th. Ramsett was one who'd missed quite a few races there for a while. So nice to see him back.
How many laps is this one going to be, Mr. Burton?
150. I thought I was wrong with my lap counter because usually this used to be known as the Lennox 301.
Right.
So you'd think it'd be like 151 or 149.
Yeah.
Cover, but
Right.
that was the case.
It's now the Foxwoods Resort and Casino 301.
Yep, that is correct.
So they fixed a lot of stuff. They still did not fix our lap counter yet. I'm noticing though.
No, the lap in what is it? Timer counter is a little bit broken still. They said that should be out in a patch in the next 2 weeks, hopefully. So we can only hope.
For sure. Right along with that number 3 of Blue
Yeah.
Baca here to see how he does.
Yeah, it is a little off because it's reporting that we only have 11 people in here, but I just checked through it and all 12 did get in, so.
Well, it could say that you have 11 as well because you may see one of the pits perhaps. That
Well-
could be another thing.
Well, that, and usually it'll show a 0 and start at 0 and then go 0, 1, 2, 3. So you have to watch that counter. It does do that.
Issue for Tack early in the race here. He is way off the pace behind the field now. Don't know what happened with him there.
Something happened. He pulled off the track. It looked like, I don't know if he broke loose or he had, I think he may have a controller issue, guys, because it was very unlike him, qualifying on the pole, and then he just down dropped to the back. So I really think he may have a controller issue or mechanical issue going on, to say the least.
Right. Yeah, if you look up there now, K-Rob, you'll see 0 is number 1 Ward Burton. So
okay.
instead of it showing 1 for him being in first place, it's showing a 0, and then it goes from there. So we do have 12 in here.
That is because I'm in a Pro League car, probably. Because I'm running the Maxwell Castro scheme. There was supposed to be 3 Pro League schemes tonight. I don't know if Doc is still in the Pro League scheme. But initially it was supposed to be me, him, and Jose. But Jose didn't obviously show up tonight. Ooh, I just saw Rocky either have a lag surgery or something. I just saw him drive on top of the safer barrier. But he broke loose for a
Doc is in
second.
the Valvoline version of the Bowman car.
That's a good looking car, man. I'm
Yeah, nice throwback to the old Mark Martin.
Absolutely.
You can't go wrong. I love those Valvoline schemes, man. They're incredible to look at.
Fade Snake taking third from Doc.
That's been incredible.
Yep. Afraid Snake on the move. MFG
Looks
looking
like
good
Rock.
so far in the early portion of the race too.
Yeah, it looked like Doc got a little loose back there. So quite possibly could have been that.
That's what I was just about to say. What happened to Rocky, I just saw Rocky break loose, and he just lost about a half a second on me because he stuck it off the wall at turn number 2. Another thing to watch out for, guys, is they didn't really kind of fix the glitch spot off the straightaway. So if you pound the wall off the 2 in particular, or halfway down the straightaway, accidentally, your car could slingshot to the inside wall. So that's not going to be pretty, to say the least, if you don't have a good handling race car, because you could take a bunch of guys behind you or just simply end your day by yourself.
Absolutely.
I know I had a solid race car, but I didn't think I'd be this far out in the lead this early.
Well, I think everybody's running into things they didn't expect to with theirs though either, because everybody was running much better laps than they actually qualified with, and I mean that ended up being to your benefit.
Well, that's true too, and the big thing now is about conserving those tires, just making sure you're making it to the end, everything's on cue. You're going to eventually start burning the right rear as this run goes on. It's just a matter of, trying to limit how the right rear burns more than anything.
Absolutely. Yeah, we're still riding around here with Doc in that 88 Mark Martin throwback Valvoline. Looks like he's getting back on pace, but I'm not 100% certain. Looks like
Tack is catching up to the back of the pack here.
looks like that number 8 or that number 2 is still right there on his bumper. So number 2 is Ram Set, the solid white. Solid white car.
Solid
tonight.
white number 2 car. The practice session Kozlowski, which I mean that is a Ford, and it does look a lot better out there on the track than all these other cars. So, and sometimes you just go with paint. Plain paint scheme.
The 34 up into MFG. Put MFG into the outside safer barrier. Ooh, goodness.
Yeah, I feel like it's a lot easier this year to drive 3 and 4 than it is to drive 1 and 2 almost. I feel like 1 and 2, it's very hard to kind of roll the car up high because, I don't know, it just exits a little bit tough. You're seeing guys that will really deal with some slick conditions. I'll tell you right now, the tire wear, based upon what I did in practice, felt very solid when I practiced by myself or even online, but today it feels like the track is very slick, and you're going to be facing a lot of looser conditions earlier, it seems. I mean, we're just 10 laps into the fuel run. Actually, it should be 10, 15, and these cars are already starting to break a little bit loose in the center.
Right. Yeah, Tack has definitely caught up to the back of the field here. Not sure what's going on with that 42 car.
For one mistake for Tack isn't a big deal, because I know it sounds like, oh, well, hey, if we don't have a yellow, But think about this, if he's really that fast and he's making up ground that quickly, he could be challenging me for the lead, let's say, or Rocky Top for the lead, when this is all said and done if there's no yellows.
Absolutely. That is a very good point.
Well, he's over half a track behind you right now, so he's got a lot of work ahead of him. I don't know that his car is that fast, though. I think his is just it was more a factor of, from watching him right now, it looks like it was more a factor of everybody else having a bad qualifying run. Because while he has caught back up to those guys, I mean, he was only a half a straightaway behind them. The guy who's making the most moves right now is Sean for Life from the tail up to, I think he's in 6th position now. I believe it goes, yeah, Word, Rocky, Snake, Doc, Ramset, and then Sean for Life after that pass against MFG there. So Sean having a pretty good run after whatever reason falling to the tail.
As if for Rocky, this is, again, one of these tracks that play to his strong suits. He's really good at a track like this here at Loudon. He's really good at the rhythm tracks. And I think his car is going to start coming to life. Give him one pit stop to make adjustments. As, oh my goodness, I almost wrecked it halfway down the straightaway. But give him a couple pit stops. I shouldn't even say a couple. Just give him one to make an adjustment. And I guarantee you, he'll be up there in my tail in no time. I have a 4.5 second lead,
Snake
but that means nothing.
Snake has wrecked, and he has wrecked hard. The front end of that car is folded all the way up to the freaking windshield.
Yep,
Sure
I was
is.
going to say something had to be going on, because there's about a 10, now 11 second gap back to 3rd for me. And it wasn't like that just a lap and a half ago.
Yeah, that'll be back to Doc and Ramset there.
The 48's pitting down, so.
Yeah, he has definitely hit the pits. That was a lot of damage on that car for sure.
And the other question that comes into play too, guys, when you think about it is, all right, well, you know, you get into a wreck early, but it's not really going to hurt you, because while he's coming down now, guys, I want you to remember one thing. That depends obviously how much damage he has to take too. But we're halfway into this fuel run. So we're on, you know, coming about 22 laps to go. Some guys as well, they won't make it all the way on tires. That's just a dead given here. Some guys will, some guys won't. It's just about how you build your setup. But overall, you know, it may not hurt him, because, hey, now he can stay out longer than the leaders, right? So the next fuel cycle, you know, when I'm coming down, he may be our leader for a couple of laps on old tires. You know, hey, maybe if you get the timely yellow, well, guess what happens? All of a sudden now he's in main control of this race.
Right. Oh, yeah, for sure.
So
I mean, you're absolutely right.
His day's not over.
Yeah. Well, we hope not anyway. We hope he comes back out.
He's back out, but very early in the race here, so he does have time to try and recover from it. Back through right now, MFG and Sean for Life side by side for that 6th position, and closing up on them here right now would be the 3 of Blue Baca, and Tack right behind him. So got some running battles for positions looking to heat up here. Blue.
And I can. Oh, yeah.
Good.
I was gonna say, I could tell these guys second on back are really struggling at this point in the run. Rocky must be really loose, because he's been dropping like a fly on me about 3-4 tenths a second a lap. So, and this is around the time you want to be running around 29
Rocky kissed that outer safer barrier coming down the straightaway. I'm not sure he just broke loose a little bit coming down that straightaway, but I mean, he kissed that wall though.
Okay, now this looks like weird. Doesn't look like there's any damage on this car at all, but Tack is going to go ahead and take it to pit road right now. So Tack is going to make his pit stop a little early here.
gonna say, you know, it doesn't really matter too if you have damage. I'll tell you what, the one thing that actually does help you here, guys, is nose damage, because obviously you want to conserve that right rear as much as possible. But hey, if you get that car even tighter, I know it may not be too pleasant on entry, but it'll help you in center. Oh goodness, I hear that.
I hate to interrupt you, but oh my goodness, man. I'm not sure what happened there with the 18 of Rocky Top, but he got majorly loose and hit that outer wall, and he's now got nose damage to that passenger side front end.
I thought you were referring to the pack up in front, because I heard something hit the wall. I mean, I have the game volume cracked up.
Hey, Sir Riddix, what is up, my brother? How are you doing, man? I appreciate you coming in.
I heard something. I didn't think it was Rocky. I thought it was the pack up in front of me.
Get you a shout out, bro. Definitely appreciate you coming in, man. I hate to hear that your happy hour isn't going on tonight, but I understand having to work, you know what I mean? I completely understand that.
Left on the fuel tank in a regular route.
If y'all are not following my buddy, Sir Riddix, he is an awesome streamer, a great friend, and just an all-around great content creator, man. Y'all make sure to hit him with a follow.
Well, at this
and
point,
check him out whenever you get a chance.
So
it's all good, bro. I understand. Yeah, I saw you
definitely be able to conserve.
It sort of looks like Doc is falling back a bit here.
I think actually, while we were talking and everything, I think some guys might have hit pit road, because Doc and Ramset are now back, have fallen back behind Sean for Life and MFG in the line here. So he fell off severely.
As well.
Oh goodness, Doc is all over the track right now. I don't know if he's possibly got surge or what's going on, but yeah, he is making that car 4 lanes wide.
Well, I'll tell you right now, if there's one person I wish I actually was got in the Rocky Top, because I'm catching everyone on the track.
We appreciate that,
Rocky,
Sir Riddix.
Literally.
We really do.
All in front of me.
We try to be as professional as possible.
So that'll be make me just a little bit more happier, but I'm not a happy fella. Oh yeah, Doc has to be damaged, guys, because he's off the base. And he is really struggling. I see him right here in front of me.
Trying to limp it.
Doc is majorly loose. I mean, big time loose. Every time he comes off the turn, he gets loose. That back end moves.
I think he's got a warrant, and for some reason he just don't want to get off sequence or whatever, but at this point, I think he's hurting himself even more by staying out than he will be by going off sequence.
Yeah, I would have to agree.
He's just going to let me go. Oh, guys, hear me out on this.
He kissed that wall.
I didn't even think about it today, but I wonder if he's trying to save fuel, because this could be a fuel race even on 2 laps. I just thought about it.
Could be, and sometimes when you're trying to be easy when you're driving is when it's kind of hard to control the car too. Because these cars do get a little bit looser at low speed.
Very true.
That could be the factor. I'm not quite sure, because, I mean, I don't know if it's 40 laps a run. I don't know. I mean, we're talking 120 green flag laps. You're going to tell me that they're going to save 10 laps a run? I don't know. I mean, with tires, we're talking here at New Hampshire, you're going to blow one eventually. So I don't know. I think if you're me or Rocky, just race your race right now. Pull the strategy.
Well, on top of that, if that's the strategy, that strategy's already been beaten, because they've already been put down 1 lap on this run, and you're not going to be able to make up more than 1 lap going down.
Yeah, I would definitely have to agree with you, K-Rob. If that's the strategy, I mean, I don't want to talk bad, but I mean, that would be a horrible strategy if you're already a lap down and all you're doing is trying to save fuel.
Because I'm going to be honest, I don't see any damage on my screen from him. That's why I'm very shocked, to say the least, unless that's a strategy.
I mean,
It's the only thing I can think of.
it's like he's honestly off the pace. He is going slower than every other car on the track right now. He's about to get passed by Frade Snake. So
The only thing, guys, I can think of is maybe his engine's overheating. I mean, I really don't know what I'm
yeah, possibly.
For someone that, I mean, literally, and I mean it honestly, has had as fast of a week as he's had, it's very surprising to me that he's this far back right now and struggling. Is, oh my goodness, I see the 12 lagging. Whew. It's not a scary, that's a scary sight to be witnessing. He's good now, but it's not fun to watch. It's definitely, though, is going to be right now early on a two-car race, because I'm about to lap 5th. And obviously, I think the 48 had a pretty strong car too, but unfortunately gets wrecked. MFG's gonna let me go. So yeah, bipolar and K-Rob, it just makes me really want to believe. I think it's just a handle an issue race, guys. I don't even think it's a saving thing, because I'm seeing some guys literally drive the car all the way up to the wall right now to avoid wrecking.
Right.
And I have about a half a track lead, 13 seconds back to Rocky. So
Yeah, Rocky is about a full half a track behind you at this point.
Rocky's actually pitting, so not only am I going to stay out longer than he is, but so this is now interesting because
right now the whole
honestly,
field's lap down, so you're hoping for a caution.
I guess not yet. I actually still have to lap Freddie, who's arguably, I mean, people in the past have said it's Blue. I think Freddie's the hardest person to lap, in my opinion. But
well, Blue's only the hardest person to lap if your name is Lucky Dog.
Very good point. Very good point. But let's see, we're about to take. Yep, looks like we're going to be pitting this time by, so I won't lap Freddie.
Mikey, I appreciate the follow. Welcome to the Project Nation.
My tires.
How you doing?
Survived. I only have 17%.
Appreciate you tuning in for
right
the
rear.
NASCAR Heat
So
5 RSR League Race.
Oh, I forgot about that with the sway bar. That's not fun.
Freddie's staying out, so Freddie is another guy that we know of who does like to stretch out the fuel mileage, so see how many laps Freddie goes after you come in.
Well, remember, he would technically just be taking the lap I'm on now. So he would either be, if he's not saving, he's pitting this time. If not, then he could go 2 or 3 more. I may have lost a little bit of time.
Lowski with the raid. Yeah, what's up, Icy? What's up,
so this
Rev?
could give another second
Lowski, I appreciate that raid, my brother.
Freddie's going to take another lap.
Looks like the 88.
If y'all are not following my brother Lowski, the GOAT, man, y'all be sure to give him a follow. Go check him out. My man plays NASCAR
Yeah,
Heat
so that's
5.
like we were talking about
He
earlier.
plays
Looks like
NBA
maybe what
2K20.
Doc
He
did,
plays a lot of
well, he
games.
got a lot of speed
He's a
into that
great
setup for his
content
car.
creator,
He did
an
not
awesome
have a good
person.
enough
He
long
doesn't
run
mind helping you.
set for
He's
that.
just an all-around great
So
guy, and I'm
he,
proud to call him my brother.
sacrificed,
Lowski, I appreciate the love, man. Goat
the
love,
distance he can go
everybody.
for the speed he can go.
Great to see y'all all here. Appreciate you being
48
here.
is going to let me go. Appreciate that.
It's like
Freddie's still out,
Freddie,
guys.
either Freddie got loose coming off too, or he was just signaling that he's coming this time.
I would think he's coming in this time, but I'm very impressed that he's still out there on the track.
No, he's not.
He's
Freddie is
on
still
a
going.
different strategy. He's going on a different strategy. Don't blame him, but the other issue is that, hey, if you get lapped, and I'm just being honest, like, let's say, you know, fuel goes coming to this picture, well, it doesn't mean anything if you're going to be about a lap and a half, 2 laps down here, because that's about what you gain on a fuel cycle, you know, so...
Yeah. Here comes
And
Freddie
the
to
only
pit road.
the only one I think right now that's even in the spot to play the fuel cycle, I would think would be Rocky Top, but Rocky Top pitted 3 laps before I did.
No, even with your issue getting on pit road, you still hold about the same distance from Rocky as you did prior to that, so...
Yeah, I have about, actually, I haven't even had Rocky pop up on my thing yet. I have 14 seconds to him. And here comes the leader to the pits. So that'll put me back in the lead.
Most definitely, Lowski.
Oh,
I
Sean
appreciate you,
Phillips
bro.
say that, okay.
Much love, man. Y'all go,
Yeah,
go enjoy that movie with the wife.
I think he was trying to pit me, he just missed.
Oh, we had some lag on pit road, so we got some cars that look like they're severely damaged, even though they're not.
This is going to be a lot of lag.
Good old pit road lag.
Yeah, it's interesting. I don't want to jinx it, but the car doesn't feel too overly slick. By the way, I mentioned about Tack pitting early, guys. Well, remember how I said it may not hurt him too bad when he sits in third, about 12 seconds back off of me. So, yeah, it may not hurt too bad for Tack. Just a different strategy, playing the race in reverse, essentially.
Yeah.
So, Rocky is currently sitting in fourth then?
Be correct for the moment.
Okay, so who would be our second place car then if you're...
MFG, who is still out there.
Oh, okay, so MFG is still going.
I think MFG is trying to go three stops here, so he's trying to go 50 apiece because we're on lap 50. Which, hey, is good if you can do that, but it's going to hurt you as you can see, because if I'm already in the lead,
Yeah, here he goes to pit road.
it's not a winning move, I don't think.
No.
Now, if you're Tack, you could roll that dice. I think Tack is still very much in the yard for rolling that dice, but I don't know if. Well, I mean, Rocky obviously can try to roll the dice. The problem is I don't know how you roll that dice spinning 3 laps earlier today. But there's still one way to go in this race. Anything can happen.
Mr. Burton. Oh wow! What in the world happened there? Was that just my eyes, or
Some serious lag on our screen for you there.
wow? Goodness.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, it looked
You're
like
on 2 wheels?
yeah. You were on 2 wheels in that corner there. Your cheering section is here in my channel right now, Mr. Burton. They are cheering you on, brother.
Well, thank you. Thank you all for cheering on. We got a long way still to go. 98 laps. This race is far from over, to say the least. Seen
Oh,
a
for
lot
sure.
of crazy things happen here at Loudon. I will feel very confident in the result of the race if I can lucky dog it, but I don't think I'm going to be able to do that. It'll be very hard. And when I mean lucky dog is, I mean lap the field at
Right.
Loudon, because that's not an easy thing to do.
Right.
I mean, man, he did it at Charlotte. That's incredible. I still can't believe how he did that. He just made it. On that night, he was rolling. I finished second. I'm so happy to finish second. And he lapped the entire field. He's like, I feel like he lapped twice.
Apologies,
Your
I'm
anti-cheering section has showed up
your anti-cheering
bipolar's chat.
has shown up in the broadcast.
So, going back to that topic of that dirt race yesterday, K-Rob, who ended up going on to win that?
Really, yesterday was more of a practice deal. Me and Blue were splitting them for the most part.
Yeah, it was a practice. It's to.
I think Blue had a little bit of. I think he had more than I did, but we were doing pretty good. We actually put down some times on some of the races we ran that were inside the daily top speeds at those tracks, and we were running default setups. So
yeah,
Not bad at all, especially on default.
this Friday will be the actual
it's gonna be
start.
opening night. We'll be racing at Bristol.
Yep.
We haven't need to get with Smith and figure out for sure what we are doing. We're gonna run some like
Oh
Oh
goodness.
my goodness! Oh, I'm involved. That's not good.
Yep.
Well, you know what? It's only nose damage. It's okay.
I
I got my wish.
I am not sure what happened
I
there.
saw
I
that coming, but I didn't get a chance to get to him, Doc. I thought maybe he was just signaling that he was going to pit road or something, because the car just went right left.
yeah. Well, I am riding along actually with Doc, and we saw him actually like. I don't know. It looked like a lag surge or something, and just all of a sudden he was sideways into the outer wall. So
I just want to again recall. Remember when I said what my wish was, to necessarily get for the long run? Mm-hmm. Thank you,
Yeah,
Doc.
get that slight bit of nose damage.
yes, sir.
Hey, I mean, the arrow's at 99%, so I couldn't have hit him in a better spot, I guess. But it did help Rocky gain some time on the lead. But again, that doesn't matter. As long as I'm not overheating, I guess that's my only concern, and I think we're going to be okay. I
Right.
hope we're going to be okay.
Yeah.
Well, that just put it back to where you were to begin with. You're still about a half a track ahead of Rocky, so. But yeah, starting next week, what we'll be doing is it'll be like we'll run some heat races really to kind of I guess figure out what we're gonna have for a lineup, and then we'll run a feature race that'll be for more laps.
Right.
So a few short runs and a long run. The first week I do believe is going to be Bristol. So we spent most of the time practicing on last night. And there's some guys that are looking pretty good. Some member of Smith Nation Bandit just downloaded the game yesterday and was running up there with Blue and I in a few of the races. Comrade from Smith Nation had a good race as well. Monk ran well at some of them. And Mr. Smith joined us for a couple of the races too, even. We do have some guys that are going to be coming. I believe we have more from RSR that have expressed interest in joining that. Turner, I do believe, is going to run some too. You're welcome at any point in time, Word.
Of course.
We all know Rare Racer's doing it in dirt.
Of course. Wish that was my background. I really wish it was. That's all I've heard. You know, that's where it all starts from for most people, especially in oval racing.
Yeah.
It all stems from dirt racing.
Yes, sir. That is absolutely 100% correct. A lot of them actually start out really young in the go-karts on the dirt tracks. So.
Yeah, that was something that I dealt with a lot when I first started racing. At 26 years old, I got thrown into an IMCA modified, which my dad, who's driven just about anything that you can drive on dirt, told me of all the cars that he's ever driven, they're the hardest ones to learn how to drive, and that's what I started in. And then I start, and I'm racing against a 16-year-old and a 12-year-old who've been racing in go-karts since they were 5 years old.
Ooh.
So I'm a rookie. They've got the youngest one has 7 years experience on me, almost, and the other one had over 10 years of experience racing, compared to my 0 years of experience racing.
Oh, God.
Yeah, Ram's getting a little wide up into the safer area.
No,
Doc?
to be honest, I'm gonna apologize. I just took that corner way too hot. I was gonna follow him behind him, and then he moved up, and with the nose damage, not too pretty. Needless to say.
There is
I didn't touch him
definitely
on my
screen,
but I
you could-
very well.
Yeah.
there is
No, on my screen, I
definitely
didn't see any kind of contact.
there's definitely something wrong with the 88 of Doc Holliday. He not only is he falling off, but he got into the back rear passenger side quarter panel of a frayed snake and didn't really get loose, but managed to slide up into the outer barrier, you know. So I'm definitely going to keep my eye on the 88 and see if I can't try and figure out what might be going on.
Well, right now, looking back there too, it looks like Rocky Top has made his way around the 19 attack there and taken back the second position.
Tack actually pitted.
Hey, what's up,
Oh,
Dave?
Tack
How
is
you
pitted
doing,
now.
brother?
Now he's a lap down.
Okay.
Yeah, so he's on fresh tires compared to everyone else in the field. So he should be making ground back.
And he's actually catching Rocky right now.
Oh! Okay, well, I just watched Blue miss the corner. I don't think he purposely wall rode, but he just totally missed turn 3 trying to get out of my way.
Well, if he was
Could
trying
be
to
one
get
of
out of
those
your
two,
way,
'cause
it was
I've-
your fault.
I'm a little bit less experienced, on these pavement racing games, and I know sometimes too where I've had it where you just, when you're trying to stay out of people's way, sometimes that can be a difficult proposition. So as I mentioned earlier, sometimes when you try to go slower in these cars, it actually affects the handling and makes the handling worse.
Speaking of going slow, here is again the guy you mentioned already. Yeah, this time he made sure to get out. Oh, whatever's going on to Doc, I
Yeah,
feel
he's
for
in
him
the
right
wall.
now.
Yep.
That is all I know.
He rode that
he was
raw
trying to
wall
get out
all
of
the
the
way
way.
through the turn.
He moved up, he came back down, he thought he was clear, and then he jumped back up and just put himself in the wall. It's really rough here when you're, especially with your damage, because there's one racing group in real life here
And
in Rapid saying it's that middle.
Doc is going into the pits now.
Yeah, that's the unfortunate thing that you run into at a track like, or in a game like this too, is that the choices that you have to try and adjust the setup and make improvements to the car is very limited compared to what you can actually do to the car.
Well, and that's the thing too, and it's like, I even wish on iRacing, K-Rob, where it's like, even in fixed setups, when you're in fixed in iRacing, other than obviously the wheel options and stuff that you can touch, the only thing you can touch in a fixed race is the brake ratio. Or say, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So, I don't know why I just said brake ratio, but I'm thinking steering ratio in my head. The brake bias, there we go, jeez. But yeah, so that's the only thing that you can really touch. You can't even touch, fiddle with the track bars like they do in real life or anything. And that's one thing I wish NASCAR has the capability of doing, at least in the pits. Because when you're in the pits, all you can touch is the wedge, the tire pressures, and obviously you can fix damage, but that's really it. There's not much you can do. You can't add a sprinkler to it or any of that jazz that they do in real life.
Yeah. You can't adjust the track bar, which is something that these guys are able to do while they're in the car.
And the old NASCAR 15 used to allow you to cut brake bias. Obviously, when you're in the pits, I know they still haven't made it yet where it's adjustable in the car. But then it's funny because I can't say iRacing doesn't have it, because they do have it in the different terms for the Indy cars as well as the ISMA cars. They don't refer to it obviously as a track car. They refer to it as something else. Can't think of the term on the top of my head, but they have it for those cars, just not the stock cars yet. I can't wait for them to adjust that. We're at 76 laps to go, guys, and Still haven't seen that magical Y word yet, but overall there's still 2 guys left on the lead lap. Rocky's in the exit of 4. I'm just entering turn 3 now, so if it stays green, there's a chance that I could lap the entire field.
Yeah. It's a possibility.
I kind of almost don't want to repair this nose damage. To be honest, it really works on the long run. I'm just being honest. I'm not too loose. I'm just minding my own business. I'm okay. Sure, I'm running about 2 degrees hotter than what I initially would. Hey, if I have a great handling with this car in the long run, if anything, that was a gift today. Because here comes Rocky down to the pits, so here we go. Rocky pitting, gosh, I think this is 5 laps earlier than what he pitted the last time. Because I still have 11 laps of fuel, and he pitted 3 laps before I did.
Riding along with MDL here as he gets passed by Word. Not 100%, but it looks like that car is quite loose.
Again, it's finding that balance. This is not an easy track at all, by any means.
Yeah.
So you've gotta find a rhythm. You've gotta, get it down to where you want it. Now this is gonna be interesting because Rocky guys came out about a car behind me, came back behind MDL.
Mm-hmm.
So now this is gonna be interesting because it's gonna be important here in the next 8 laps, in which I'm gonna be out for him to run me down, get his laps back. Because otherwise it could be a little bit of trouble in regards to that he may be trapped a lap down.
Yeah.
If the yellow's to come out.
Yeah, but if the yellow was to come out right now, he would get the free pass, right?
No.
That
because
depends.
you have to remember this. Yeah, that depends.
Oh, MDL rode the wall all the way down that straightaway. Now has heavy damage.
Because of this strategy, Bipolar, Rocky's 2 down at the moment. Maybe even 3 now that I think about
gotcha,
it.
that's right.
And you have Sean for Life who sits in 2nd. Tack is actually in 3rd as we speak with Freddie in 4th. We have 70 laps to go. So
Not to interrupt you, but there is something majorly wrong with the 42 of MDLs. He is just constantly like getting loose and riding the walls down the straightaways. It looks bad.
Yeah, he's just having struggles with that setup here, waiting to get to pit road. Again, like I've said, a lot of these guys, I think they'd be better, while they don't want to pit early and ruin their fuel run, at the same time, the longer they run without pitting, the worse they're making their race.
Absolutely.
well, and that's the other thing. Now you see the 48's coming to pits. Rocky actually just got around me, and I still have about 5 laps until I pit. I'm thinking of a different strategy because I know some of these guys are on that fuel type of deal, guys. So what I'm thinking is opposite. Let it run as long as it can because I can turn around, let's say, because it's about 68 laps to go. I can pit and maybe, take 2 tires, for example, there at the end and try to make something difference that matters because the left sides really aren't wearing. So it's a thoughts of what strategies you can do once you make it in the fuel window. But there's definitely a lot of guys trying to free-stop this race here.
Doc seems to have gotten
one
that
thing for you
88 a little better.
I think Doc's also been to pit road recently.
Yeah, he has. A few laps ago, he went in.
Now, I'm trying to think. I mean, I know this nose damage has been a blessing. The question is, do I want to keep it?
Well, Hey, how you doing, Maximillo? How's your night going? Good to see you. Thank you for coming in.
Still unsure if I'm pitting this time or next time. Oh, I'm pitting this time. Not worth it.
All right, so if you're
I don't want
running,
to be sputtering.
Mr. Burton, if you're running in first, who's running second?
Tack.
Tack? Okay. Go
Yes,
back
sir.
and find Tack
Oh,
here.
1 second of damage. This is tough. Yeah, let's take it. Nah, I'm not taking it. We'll keep it.
I think now we have 2 cars that may have retired here. I think both
Yeah,
the
48.
Rocket and the Afraid Snake have gone ahead and taken it to the garage.
Yes, sir, I believe you're right.
Alright, so here we go. Tack is going to be the leader. This is all... Actually, no.
Oh, my goodness. Doc Holliday was sideways on the track, and Tack just slammed into the side of it. I do not know what's going on with that 88, but he is still sitting sideways.
Oh, is he off of turn number 4?
Yep, he's going.
Yeah,
he made it into
just went to
pit.
pit road.
I'll tell you what happened. He was trying to pit, and the good old safety barrier got him, guys. And then what happened? So basically, he committed to the pits, put him in the safety barrier, and then what? Oh, well, I have more damage now. That's great.
I think you're good.
Well, it came up a little bit higher. It still says 99 arrows, so we're just gonna play it for right now. But it wasn't nose damage. It would have been side damage if anything. I don't know what I just did. Just coming off of turn 2 there, I didn't feel loose. I didn't feel tight. I just kind of drove up into the wall by myself.
I think you're ahead of these guys enough that you're good.
Right.
I don't have.
What is our lap count currently, by the way?
Great question. Right now, as we work, we are coming to take lap 90. So there is 61 laps to go here. And Tack actually, guys, sits only 10 seconds back off of me. Well, now it's going to be more because he's coming down to the pits. So Tack won't be good, even if he saves. He's not going to be good in the fuel window. There's still some guys out here like Sean for Life that is still guys on that strategy. So we'll see. I actually see Rocky, if I'm not mistaken, up in front of me now in turn 1. So when everyone comes down the pit, if I can catch Rocky here on this run, I may have lapped the entire field. Not a guarantee, but I may.
Ramset going into the pits.
That's another one I think he was running.
Boy, that 88 has got some heavy damage.
Oh yeah. Left front tire is half exposed.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, MFG getting to the wall coming off of 2 there.
Oh my goodness! 12's around. That's not fun to avoid.
Balls around with heavy front end damage.
Yes, sir. Oof.
Well, right now, until Sean and Freddie pit, there are 2 cars left on, or rather 4 cars left on the lead lap. The only car went out now. Freddie, I think, is pitting. So now there will be 3. Rocky is 20 seconds ahead of me. So, or I should say behind me rather. So Rocky, yeah, he's just going to turn 3 now. He actually just took second away. But you know what's funny? It's been opposite, guys. I don't know if you noticed this, but it's been opposite runs. First run for me, I was trapped in traffic. Rocky had to clean track. Now Rocky has to deal with traffic, and I have to clean track for the moment.
Right. I do like the way you said that for the moment because, yeah. Word?
Yes, sir?
You may not know this, but you just went side to side coming through that turn back yonder.
Yeah.
Yeah, the stream lag is still for real on this game.
Yeah.
No, that may have been me lagging, guys. Because now I see Freddy invisible. So, yeah. I guess pray that I don't lag out. That would be a little bit upsetting to me. But, hey, you know what? Either way, regardless, win or not today, I'm in the top 16. So, I'll take my W's, I guess you could say, where I can get them, even if I don't go on to win this race.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You've definitely been having a very, very strong race tonight, so that is always a good thing.
And I'm seeing a lot of guys up in front here being, very patient at this point in the race, surprisingly, but, trying to figure out where they want to be, lane-wise. See Lubaka right now up there. He as well kind of minding his own business with 52 laps to go. And this has turned to a solid day for blue guys.
Why?
This guy's really getting after you in Bipolar's chat here.
He absolutely is.
Uh-oh.
The comment
He's
is
getting after me.
I hope Blue wrecks Word. It's from an anonymous chatter, so I'm not sure who it is.
I can make a couple assumptions of who it is. Do I care? No. Because he actually didn't hurt me. He chose to pit. So we are feeling good about it. I was just about to say Blue was actually having a very good day. 5th right before pit there. And based on the fuel window, guys, he should be able to make it to the end because he was one of those guys that was doing the 50-lap runs. So it's a good day if you're a fan of Lubaka. And the other thing, too, is that if you're a lap down like Blue was, well, you're not really racing 50 laps here, guys. You're really racing about 49, 48. So it's going to be interesting, to say the least, and how it all works out. I'm interested to see, by the way, how attack strategy works out. Yeah, I know he's going to have to pit one more time, but I'm eager to see, with all the time that he actually gained on me in that cycle, I'm wondering if he's within 3 seconds of me next time I pit.
That is a good question, sir.
Now, I mean, there's no way he's going to be able to save 20 laps of fuel. That's a guarantee. I can promise you that. In one run, that is. You can do it in 2 runs, as these guys have proven, because I'm only going 40 laps on a green flag run. A lot of these guys are doing 50. But he has to be running snail pace gear, needless to say. He's going to save that much pit stop or 2.
For sure.
I can see Rocky finally. This time it's not him coming around me. Still got a long way to get to him. I think I have an 88 in between.
That anonymous chatter says, I hope Doc wrecks Word. Man.
I hope Doc wrecks me too. I like Doc. I mean, actually, hold on. Hold on, Mr. Anonymous Chatter. You must have not been watching this race. Because Doc did technically wreck me earlier in this race. My very lucky nose damage came from our very own Doc. So, pyramid is busted.
There was one word
Actually,
response
right now,
to that.
Doc is closing in on Rocky Top.
Yeah.
And I think Rocky got a little bit of loose about 2 laps ago.
There was a one word response to what the statement that you made there, Word, and it was again.
Again.
So this anonymous chatter is hoping that Doc wrecks you again.
Well, we will find out in maybe 10 laps. He's on fresher tires than I am, so now that his car is healthy, we'll pull away from him, I think.
Actually, I'll be completely honest, the anonymous chatter hopes nobody wrecks you because he's going to go around a 3-wide racing race after this race, and he'd like this race to end pretty quick because it's at 10:30.
Ah!
Well, there's your answer to who the anonymous person was. No, Rev, it's not the cat race, bro. They just mess with each other.
No, I didn't put any money on Word this time, so I'm not hoping anybody takes him out.
That's because I didn't start from last, although I should have, huh?
I don't know. You may not have
Well,
made
no,
it through.
I wouldn't have done that. Not a 12-card field. It's got to be more than 12 cars for me to throw money on that one.
Right.
Gosh, I don't know if that's me or maybe it's you guys see it too, but I see Doc two-wheeling going into that corner that last time in terms of the little lag spike.
I did not see that, but it looked like he had a little bit of a handling issue in the center. I think he's trying to move down to the bottom and give you the top side there, but he's having problems holding it. So this could get interesting again.
I think he'll do just fine. He's very patient with me. Yeah, he's just gonna let me go.
Yep.
One of the few guys that I could say, I shouldn't say not a few, because there is a good bunch in here that does, but one of the few guys that always races me clean with respect is Doc, so that's the reason why when I saw him wreck and I ran into him, I can't get mad at him, because, listen, it happens, it's life, wrecks happen, you know, so now I gotta focus here, pace at 20 laps on the fuel tank, and I don't know. I am catching Rocky though very fast.
Yeah, we definitely see that. Looks like
Doc's
Doc
gonna go ahead and head to
hitting.
pit road here. Yeah, it looks like he's finally
he's-
decided just when that thing starts to get bad, he's just gonna take her to pit road.
Right.
I think he's hit fuel number too. That's the other thing, because I just hit 40 laps to go at the stripe. So that could be the other thing too, because 40's a full run of fuel here.
Hopefully you can stay in this race there, Mr. Burton, because, I mean, brother, to us, your car is just, like, all over the place.
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I'm hoping it's a good thing. Whew.
I feel bad for Rocky
I'm just
Top
hoping
if
it's not
he's...
doing it for anybody else.
Right. I feel bad for Rocky Top if it's doing what it's doing for us to him.
Well, he doesn't want to go down a lap easy. Oh, well, never mind. I think he's bitten. That's why he didn't want to go down a lap. I think that's why he wanted to signal to me as I put in the wall. I think his signal to me was, oh, no, maybe it wasn't. Interesting.
No, just must have gotten loose off the 2, or he wanted to fake you out and take another lap.
Hey, listen, I'm fine with racing at this point. I understand his situation. Hey, I don't want to go up down either. I could feel his point as long as that's all that matters. Doing a good job, I will say that. Doing a very good job staying in cover.
I guarantee you that steering wheel's got some clench marks from his hands in it. If your car looks like it does in his rear view.
Well, here's the other issue, guys. He's going to have to pit about the next 2 to 3 laps. Because remember, he pitted when I had about 11 laps to go on my fuel tank. So he's going to have to pit coming up here, I'd say, the next 2 or 3.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to be very hesitant, to be honest, trying to pass him. I'll sit behind. Well, I think this is going to be the time where he's going to call it to the pits. Let's see. We'll see. Yeah,
yep, he's slowing down and entering the pits.
Yep.
He takes the long way on the access road there.
I didn't miss anything, right? We weren't supposed to take the access road, to my knowledge.
I haven't seen anybody else take it to this point. I think he might have just been doing that as a way to avoid any kind of an issue incident between the two of you. Probably is, at this point, he knows that he's running for second place.
Well, I'm telling you, Ward, if your car is doing what it's doing in his rear view as to what it's doing in the broadcast right now, then yeah, I don't blame him for taking that access road, bro. Because you were up on his rear quarter panel.
And you've entered the corner about every other lap. You're entering the corner on 2 wheels on my screen, so.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah. That's the funny part, it's just on your, your corners. It's not on the straightaways. Car goes straight down the straightaway, you get to the corner and it starts to lag.
Mm-hmm.
That's really funny, because I don't, see, again, it's another interesting situation, because I don't see anyone get on my screen or anything, but, you know, hey, it's NASCAR Heat.
Well, we even just heard, we just heard it as you were talking. So.
Oh.
So it's definitely got to be a lag there somewhere. Because as you were talking there, you cut out just a little bit for like a split second and then came back. Like right now, your car's up on 2 wheels.
Really hoping they do get the ticker in our lap counter fixed for this game, because right now they're just like window dressing.
Yeah.
Well, TAC is going to the pits. We have 30 laps to go, guys. I'm hoping it lasts 30 laps connection-wise. But yeah, so we're getting there. Sean from Life is in second. I have 2 laps now over second place. Only because Rocky pitted.
Mm-hmm.
I may have to check out just a little early on you guys here. I'm hoping we can get this over before the 10:25 mark.
Well, you got to do what you got to do there, Mr. K-Rob. We do appreciate you coming out and helping us in the booth.
Well, let's see. We get 2 laps.
Yeah, I want to go get my Ricky Bobby on the night.
1 second. I got you right now, K-Rob. Let's see. We just took 28 laps to go, so we have 14 minutes left in this race. That's really
yes, that's going to put me just a little bit fast. So start running faster.
I'm trying.
Stop making that car go side to side and making it look like it's got hydraulics and run straight.
You know, now that you see it on the broadcast, I'd like to say that that's lag. This car, every time I jump on the brakes, is shaking left and right. So that may not come back to that scenario. The 2 wheels, that's a different story. But
MDL going to pit right now, and he's got some good front end damage that I didn't see there earlier. So I think he might have had another incident since the last we saw him there.
Oh boy, this car either trying to pit or is looser than can be.
Doc Holliday going into
I'll
the
be
pit
Doc.
again.
No, that would be the 2.
Oh, the 2 at Ramset. Doc is on pit road again, so. Again, like I said, it looks like he's just going until it won't handle and then takes you straight to pit road.
I thought about it not going the full run, but then I decided I'm just going to go the full run on fuel. Rocky gets back on the lead lap, he gets back on the lead lap. My goal right now is just get this baby to the end of the race.
Well, you be sure and check out my video later, and you will absolutely see what I see on this broadcast for your car. And if these other drivers see that, oh my lord, dude.
Yeah, I pray for them more than I pray for myself. Believe me, if that's the case, I'd be scared to drive around me too. So, I guess we gotta reset the network and maybe go with a little bit of a change.
Best racing defense is good lag.
Right?
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah,
Oh, well, I don't know. I mean, it was a defense last week. I don't know about this week.
well, it looked like there for a little bit Ramset was going to try and race you, and then you started doing your side-to-side thing down that straightaway, and he pulled over. So,
well, I'm going to have my final pit stop here. So here we go. Down to 45. And here we go. Final pit stop.
Rocky Top appears to have gotten at least one lap back on you.
Repair damage too, might as well. And we'll take 33 just in case. Just thinking about doing one can because that's all I needed, but I never know what happens. Pretty much check could magically pop up.
And he has now got
safe.
a second lap back. So,
yep, he's just unlapped himself, but the good news is I can try to fill it back down. And I decided to repair my damage in that scenario too.
he's coming around to the exit of turn 4 right now.
Yep, and that's exactly where I am. So I'm about 2 cars behind. I'm on the 88. Not to the 88 yet, but I'll be getting there. I'm watching that battle side by side. CAC, surprisingly, through this strategy, really got hurt.
Yes, absolutely.
Well, gentlemen, I am going to bow out here just a little bit early.
No problem.
As long as nothing happens, congratulations, Word. Looks like as long as you go instant free, you're going to get another win here in RSR. And again, you've locked yourself into the top 16, so.
Most definitely. All right, K-Rob, we appreciate you coming out and helping us out here in the booth, brother.
Not a problem.
Good luck in your race tonight.
See you guys next week.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Hopefully you win. Just make sure you don't lag like Mr. Burton is right now.
I highly doubt I'm going to win, but I'm going to give her hell.
There you go.
Have fun, guys.
All right, K-Rob. We'll see you later, man.
Let's see. He's not going to let me go, Bob. He is. He doesn't.
Yeah. Doc appears to have let you go by there.
All right, now goal. Here we go. I have 17 laps to catch and pass Rocky. Can I be the second one this season to perform the Lucky Dog? I don't think so. But I'm gonna give it a try.
Anything is possible, Mr.
I think-
Burton. Anything is possible, sir.
Well, I'm on this bumper now. But you know he's gonna block.
Oh, yeah.
Once I'm there, he's blocking.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Oh, I'm lagging. That time I saw the lag.
Yeah. I see the little wiggle you keep talking about. So yeah.
Nope, he's just gonna let me go. I
Yep.
have to do that.
Yeah, he definitely let you go. Appears that he probably realizes that you've got a little bit faster car. Ooh. You definitely made him hit the brake. I believe the other drivers see what I see on the broadcast right now from your car. So
Gotta push for 14 more laps. That's all I can do.
mm-hmm. Yep, I agree with that, sir. I definitely agree.
I'm trying to run qualifying laps at this point.
Well, hopefully you can stick it out and hang in there, man. You've run a great race so far. Just make sure you keep hitting your marks and, you know.
This car, I'll tell you right now, is absolutely locked in.
Yeah. You have put a big distance between you and Rocky Top already. He's just now entering turn 2 and you're coming out. Hey, how you doing, Clyde? Nice guy. Good to see you, man. I see you a lot on Twitter. How you doing tonight, bro? How's everything?
We have 11 laps to go.
If y'all aren't, y'all be sure to give Clyde Nice Guy a follow for me. Go check him out. Awesome guy. Great content creator. Give him a follow, hit him up. Just check him out.
Oh goodness, we have a car spinning here. It's spreading.
Yeah, that 22 car got really loose and started spinning. I'm not sure exactly what happened. Hopefully he just got loose. We're currently riding around with my broadcast partner and the race leader, the #1 car of Mr. Ward Burton. Mr. Burton has definitely been dominating this race all night long.
Laps to go now. Here at lap 1. You know what? You know what I just realized too? You know what it could be? And I didn't think about this. I wonder if they labeled Pro League cars as a custom car, because the only reason I say that, they see it as 0 on the thing, so maybe I'm not lagging, but rather how the game reacts with custom cars is why I probably see me on 2 wheels.
That is a good possibility. Yeah, that is a definite possibility. And if that's the case, that would explain a lot. You know what I mean?
Well, one thing I can tell you is this, is that Rocky Top sits a lap down to me. Tack sits in third, another lap, also a lap down. Then you have to go to lap 2 back to Sean for life, and then MFG, he's actually in 5th, but he's 3 laps down. So this race from the get-go really was, I would say, 3 to 4 cars, and unfortunately, obviously I know the 48 couldn't finish.
Absolutely.
We're talking 4 cars, or rather, obviously the whole field's going to finish a lap down, but only 3 guys at least 1 lap within of each other. Looks like the 88's just coming out of the pits.
We are still riding around here with Mr. Burton, our current race leader.
We're coming to take 3 laps to go at the line.
While Mr. Burton is still leading the race, we will go check in with the 18 of Rocky Top.
He's got some live traffic coming up here. He's now taking 2 laps to go.
He sure does. He's got, looks like 3 cars in front of him. The 22 is one of them. That'll be the first one he comes up to. And, uh-oh. Then right in front of Freddie.
That was just something I'm doing.
Right in front of Freddie is 3. And then he'll potentially catch the 12. He passes Freddie. The 3 is going to let him go by.
Here we go to the line, so I'll pick the checkered. 3rd win on the year.
What'd you say about the checker, sir? How far?
We have just taken the checkered, sir.
Well, congratulations on your win there, Mr. Burton. You ran a great race, sir. How does it feel to come in and dominate a race that well? You definitely had the car to beat tonight. Mr. Burton having a little bit of technical difficulties.
Did we get it? There we go.
Yep, there you go, sir.
So 3rd win on the year, I'll take it. Dominant fashion. It's not easy to lap the field here, but we got it done. Most importantly, now we're in the chase and trying to move over to, next week. It's going to be interesting. I don't even know what crack we're going to do next week. By the way, see, I told you I wasn't the fastest bipolar because Doc Holliday got the fastest lap in the race.
Yeah, he did.
So something definitely went wrong for him.
Yeah.
But, I mean, a big victory. I'll take it 100%. Really it is my 4th because I won the All-Star race, but 3rd win the regular season. It's huge, and I'm excited, this chase coming up, finally to be in. it's all paid off.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that was a great win for you in a dominant fashion. It was awesome for us to be able to witness that. We appreciate you joining us here in the broadcast and giving us a driver's perspective. Are you there, Word? Well, it appears we may have lost Mr. Burton. There is Mr. Rocky Top. Hello, Mr. Rocky Top.
Boy, oh boy. Hey, how you doing?
Oh, not too bad. I got a quick question for you, sir. Did you see in your rear view and while you were driving, did you see what we saw from that one car in the broadcast here?
The helicopter car?
Yes, sir.
In my wall and everything.
Yes, sir.
That's what happened to me at the beginning of the race there. I had a good car. I'm probably not as good. It, I could have done a little better that first run. Got a little tap from here on the leg.
Yeah. Well, I saw you was racing him there towards the end. You was racing him for a little bit, and then all of a sudden...
Oh, yeah. I mean, you got the field a lap down. Well, ain't no need to come up racing with a second-place car. That's a good way to get yourself in trouble and make it a race again.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. But, yeah, and he was... It looked like that car had hydraulics on it, just bouncing side to side, coming through turns, and ooh.
Jeremy Ward. That mic fix.
Yeah, he's having some issues with that microphone.
Unfortunately, Corona's got the GameStop slim on mics and Xbox accessories, so probably hard for him to get another.
Right.
I know I spent 2 or 3 days looking for a controller. Couldn't find one the other day.
Yeah. That's why I'm glad I've got 3 of them. So one goes down, I've got 2 more.
War. Lucky couldn't have drove that setup better himself.
Right.
Nah, Ward's a good driver, man. Pretty good dude. Had no problems with him. I like racing with him. Just need to share that information over here with me so we can get to racing again.
Absolutely. Yeah.
All right, there we go.
There he is.
There he is. For a second.
Yep, there he was for a second.
I hate this stupid thing. All right, am I good now?
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah.
You're good. We can hear you now.
Well, first off, I guess I can ask a question. I can't.
Maybe you can. Depends.
Oh, there we go. Okay, was I lagging? That's the first question.
Yeah,
And-
bad.
Oh boy. Okay, so I'm going to definitely look into that one tonight. And yeah, I mean, overall, again, take the win. And for you, and another second, that should put you in the points lead, if I'm not mistaken, Rocky.
Probably close, man. I'm going to share some of that information you're getting over from Lucky and them, man. Starting to get better.
I haven't even looked at that.
We were running together
I've been
for a long
working on
time there.
myself.
Now you're slowly starting to inch away.
I'd say this was just one of my good tracks. I did well here in East Park, finished 3rd. But I don't know where we go next week. But I'm not going to be as good as where I was tonight next week. I know that for a fact. I think we go back
I
to
was a
Michigan
little off
again next
balance
week.
tonight. I ran pretty good for a while, but I'm just a little off on the beginning of the run.
All right, everybody. I'm
Yeah,
going
we
to
were
end the
talking about
broadcast
K-Rob
here.
at the beginning of the race.
I appreciate
The
everybody
balance
coming out.
loose, early
Thank you for
on.
hanging out with me.
Yeah, I knew
Thank you
those
for
people.
coming
really
in and
fast
showing the
lap
love.
past
We
lap
are
8 or
going to
guys
go
are, I can
find
tell,
somebody
just
to
all over
raid
the place,
right
not like
now.
we were burning.
Yeah.
So bear with me just a moment.
Yeah, we kind of just left the field there, and you'd get me a 10th a lap here, you know, might keep even with you a lap, and then you'd get a 10th or two, and just slowly over a long green flag run, you inched away, pulled a whole lap.
All right, we're gonna go raid my buddy.
And that's
Black
all
Falcon.
I got to say about
So hang out here with
Anybody
me
there?
just for a
Hello?
moment,
that.
and
Broadcast.
we'll go ahead and get over there to him. Yes, sir. I'm just tightening up the end of my stream here. So
Oh yeah, go ahead, sir. Woody Bird.
all right, Clyde, you have a good night. If y'all don't know, this is our raid call, and if you don't have that emote, go ahead and do hashtag Pola Raid. Appreciate y'all coming in.
All
I
right,
appreciate
Buffalo,
y'all hanging out.
appreciate you,
Much
man.
love.
We'll get out of here.
We shall see y'all later. Have a great night, everybody. All right, Rocky, I appreciate it, brother.
Yeah, man, thanks for sticking around, putting it up there. Pretty good race. I mean, caution free. Wasn't too many battles, but we got it done.